I don't believe Steph Curry is done winning championships. And when you reduce the Warriors down to one player, it's Steph. Two players, I actually think it's Steph and Dre. Three players, it's the Splash Brothers and Draymond Green. So when you have those three, you have a chance at a championship. I think they'll win another. Now, kind of highest level of intensity of the dynasty is over. I agree with that. But I think the Golden State Warriors will win a championship in the future with a core of Steph, Klay, and Draymond. I'm not sure exactly when that'll be, but I think they have enough time going forward that they will do that. And therefore, since they will also be a powerhouse every year while those guys are healthy and together, I can't say the dynasty is over yet because they're not done winning championships, in my opinion. What I'm saying is this. They acquired D'Angelo Russell. I do not believe he will be there for the long term, but I do think he's a good trading chip. Right? I think he's a good asset. So when you talk about when Klay gets healthy, you have two of maybe the two greatest shooters ever in their primes on the same team at the same time with Draymond Green, still maybe at the tail end of his prime, and an asset you can flip for something else really good, and a team that can draft and develop players. They're going to be a powerhouse for the foreseeable future, but they're going to take a break next year because Klay won't be available. Well, that's it.
Well, I think that
it's about the Warriors winning championships. And what I'm telling you is that Kevin Durant is not walking through that door no time soon, okay? So when the Warriors won their first championship and then they blew the 3-1 lead to the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James, you know what they went out there and said, Swagoo? Since you over there rolling your eyes and doing all that old hissy fitness stuff, they went out and said, you know what? We have to get better. We see that this window is closing. We got to go get a superstar like Kevin Durant to come help us to deliver more championships. It's not another superstar out there, Swagoo. This is what I'm saying. It's no knock on Steph Curry. It's no knock on what he brings to the table. I'm just saying the window has closed for the Warriors.
Perk, we don't think in the next 4 years it'll be movement in the NBA for Steph Curry and them out there in Golden State. Like the question is, how many titles in the next 4 years? So y'all gonna sit on First Take. You and Dominique Foxworth are going to sit on First Take and say that Steph Curry will not be in the conversation for a championship in the next 4 years.
Get us out of here, Victoria.
All right, we got
crazy, bro.
I'm exactly going to sit down because I'm too big to stand up. So for sure, I'm sitting down because I'm lazy.
The Warriors Dynasty over.
I have a two-part answer to that.
Okay.
Yes, it is. But they don't believe so.
That dynasty's over. We did what we had to do.
But I don't think they're winning a title anytime soon, and that means the dynasty is over. I think AD and LeBron in L.A. for the next 3 years together, in my opinion, neutralizes Golden State from getting back to the finals.
I think the Golden State Warriors dynasty is over.
Well, unfortunately for my friends in the Bay Area, the answer to that is obviously and unequivocally yes. And it didn't end the moment Kevin Durant left. It was on life support when Klay tears his ACL and Kevin Durant leaves. But I said on this very show, the day after the Warriors forfeited their one real ability to add another star when they traded D'Angelo Russell in order to get Andrew Wiggins and a pick, that we would never see Steph Curry in the finals again. And nothing has changed to change my opinion on that. The Warriors had one path forward. Package their top 5 pick that's coming this year and D'Angelo Russell this summer for a legitimate impact player. Instead, they took an alternative path, which is take D'Angelo Russell, trade him for a far inferior player, and get a pick that will never help you during Steph Curry's prime. And it's a wrap now. You will have 33, 31, and 31. Draymond, whose game is not aging well. Klay, who's coming off a torn ACL. And Steph at 33 years old with no cap flexibility and no depth.
Stephen A. Smith, is Golden State's dynasty done?
Yes, it is. And we all know how I feel about Klay. I rave about him at every turn, being one of the top 5 shooters this game has ever seen, arguably top 2. And I still feel that way. I think he's phenomenal. But I think the thing that we have to take into consideration, and Klay has to take this into consideration, It's not about your talent. It's about fatigue. It's about attrition. You've been to 5 straight NBA finals, and there were times last year y'all just looked completely worn out. But nevertheless, here's what it comes down to. Kevin Durant is gone. You brought in Willie Cauley-Stein, D'Angelo Russell. Andre Iguodala is gone as well. I think that's a big component that they're going to miss. And I think that the Lakers are so formidable and the Clippers are so formidable. They are my 2 favorites, LeBron with AD, then Kawhi with Paul George. Not sleeping on Portland, but I look at the teams in L.A. as having an edge over the Golden State Warriors and Klay Thompson, even if he is healthy.
And now there is this talk, right? Because there are significant injuries, and obviously, as you said, the best player no longer there. There's no more dynasty with the Golden State Warriors. How do you respond to that?
And to say the dynasty is over, I think is a little ignorant, because I think I'm going to come back 110%. I think I'm going to come back even better and more athletic, and I would just not, it would not be smart to count the dubs out. That's all I'll tell people.